Hello friends, we're in Olympic National Forest today and we're on an overnight hike on the Upper Big Quilcene Trail, which leads to the Marmot Pass area, and we camped overnight at Shelter Rock down in the forested area. Give you an idea what that was like last night. We've been hiking now for about an hour since Shelter Rock. We left about, I think, 9:15 was the time. And we've gained about 800 feet, and we're now arriving at the first real gorgeous view on this trip. It's about a 30% grade on this trail, so it's pretty steep. We've just been going very slowly, trying not to pant so that we can keep our sweat down and try not to get dehydrated. Entering another avalanche chute. Clear views all the way up there. Flowers. Just below Camp Mystery and the best water spot up here, right here. We're going to tank up. Got information from a couple that hiked up to the top. They stayed one night at Camp Mystery, and they stayed another night at the top. They said there were two people up there, and two parties actually, and now both are gone. So it's wide open for us to camp at the top. All right, we have loaded up. I think we've got close to 10 liters of water. I got the 6-liter bladder, which is kind of flopping around in the back there, attached to the back. So we're just going to be careful and head on up. All right, we're up at Camp Mystery now. Quite a few different campsites here, and I was told that it is a lot warmer actually at the top than it is here. There's a tent over there, a couple of them actually. There's a third on the right. And it's looking like I made the right choice not to come up here last night, because there probably wouldn't have been many spots. This is a beautiful view. A little stream with all the flowers, and right ahead a glacier head wall from a real old glacier that has since melted out. What the trail does when it reaches that, it switches, goes to the left and then up to the right. So once we reach the top of that up there, we're basically on the level of the pass basin. That's back down in that little meadow area that's so pretty. All right, we've reached the basin below Marmot Pass. Marmot Pass is right up there. Mount Buckhorn is right there. And that looks like it might be Glacier Peak out across Puget Sound. So we've climbed up the switchbacks above the head wall. And now the hikers that I talked to said they took the little trail to the left and said that there were two campsites. So we're going to give it a try. All right, we're going to camp at this beautiful spot right here. It's a little bit below the ridge crest, and the way the wind has come up so far today, the way the gusts are, I really don't want to be up on the ridge line. It just would seem like it'd be really, really windy. There is another tent on the ridge line right there, and so I'm going to go up right here and take a look what's going on up there. looking up at the ridge line that is on the south end of Marmot Pass. We went up there and took a little video. I'm not going to camp up there. There's really nothing that's that big as far as campsites go, and the fact that there's no protection from the wind at all, and there's no protection from the sun, and it's getting pretty warm now. So I'm going to turn around and give you a little campsite tour. So we're set up right now in the shade, and this site has a little log propped up on rocks. So we've got a little place for cooking later. Got the bear can all ready to keep little varmints out of our food. And I already noticed there's a chipmunk up here. I heard marmots calling. And this is just a gorgeous place. All right. That's a Coast Guard helicopter from Port Angeles. I'll turn, you can see the way we came up. The main trail goes over there, and we came up the little one right here. And the wind really goes here at the notch. Double cane trail to the right, and to the left for that matter. That goes down to the boulder shelter. And the Big Quilcene Trail goes down the hill right here. So we're going to go this way. We're going to go north on the Two Cane Trail. Split to the right goes to Buckhorn Mountain. Split to the left goes to Tubal Cane. Now the views are just amazing here. We're on the west shoulder of Buckhorn Mountain, and we've climbed up from Marmot Pass, which is down there. You can see how the trail branches fan out, one to the south, one to the sort of the southwest. That is Mount Constance. That is Warrior Peak. And over there is Constance Pass. Just below Constance Pass is Home Lake, and we have a video that we recorded there at one time where I hiked over to Home Lake, Del Monte Ridge, and that is Mount Mystery. And you can just see the needles over on the back side of the ridge there. I'm going to step a little bit forward here, and we'll be able to see over to the northwest now. Gray Wolf Ridge, that is Baldy, and that's Tyler Peak. I'm zoomed in looking down at that slide down there is on the trail that leads to Goat Lake. And it goes up that slope, and Goat Lake is in that little basin. I think they call that Petunia Peak that's behind it. are continuing north. This contour is pretty close to the contour line, so there's not much up and down along here, and that will get us to Buckhorn Pass fairly quickly. You know, we've got Mount Baker in the background there, and that flat plateau-looking mountain, the two peaks of Mount Townsend. Worthington. Iron Mountain. And those are the two peaks of Buckhorn. Okay, descending down to Marmot Pass again. It's just spectacular views. We're up there on the ridge as you approached Buckhorn Pass. And it was a fun little hike. Back to Marmot Pass. That's what it looks like coming from the north. The marmot over there is really mad that I'm here because he keeps giving out the alarm whistle. Well, good morning. We had a pretty pleasant sleep overnight. The wind hit us every once in a while, kind of woke us up because of the tent being flapped in the wind. And Mr. Marmot is on the hillside back there, guarding the situation. There is a couple camped to the right of me around the corner, a few hundred yards away. They have a dog, and it was interesting. Last night I was coming back along the bottom of the trail right there, and the dog went after all the marmots. The marmots were all singing out the warning, and then when the dog got real close, all the marmots flew in the hole. So I have the food cooking up here. Well, the water is boiling. Got a Snow Peak titanium pot set. Had for a long time. Snow Peak little stove. And the fuel. We've got Mountain House chicken teriyaki there, ready to go. This is all my hydration and my trail mix and everything that's coming out of the bear can and into my pockets or pack for the whole trip home. It's supposed to get very warm today, so it is, right around, I bit after 6, maybe 6:30, and we're going to get underway as soon as possible to get down and out of here before it gets hot. Well, this is another one of those campsites you kind of hate to say goodbye to, and we'll be back to this place. It's kind of cool. So we've got the poles in hand, and we're going to head down the meadow here and get underway back down. We had 10 liters of water approximately, but we hauled up here. It's pretty heavy. But we still have 3 liters left to carry down and drink. It's not that far, about less than a mile till we get back down to where the water source is. So we can top off a couple of bottles, and we'll still have our 3-liter Gregory hydration pack in the back. Final look at the Marmot Basin this morning. Okay, we've gone down through the forested section and gotten where we're right along the side creek that parallels the trail just above Shelter Rock, and so water is available. We've been consistently drinking out of our 3-liter hydration bladder on the way down, and the one thing of note so far is because of the excessive heat warning coming up today through, I think it is Saturday, I haven't seen one person come up this trail, and I would not want to be hiking up there today and be way too hot. So there were still 4 or 5 tents up there when I left, and we haven't had anyone overtake us yet, but they're going to want to get out of there pretty quick because it's going to get very hot pretty soon. So what are we sitting at now for time? We left around 7:30. Well, it's 8:39, and so we've been hiking for about an hour. This is Shelter Rock Camp. We stayed here a couple of nights ago. A beautiful little campsite. That is Shelter Rock. It's not very big. It's not like the big one that's up by Royal Basin. Shelter Rock, it's as big as 3 or 4 buildings, but this one does have a place you could sleep under if you were without a tent. Bob Wood, he couldn't figure out why they called it Shelter Rock, because the boulders are rather insignificant in size. I always recommend carrying your phone with you. Have Kindle. I have Olympic Mountain Trail Guide, 4th edition by Bob Wood. I also have Hiking in Olympic National Park by Eric Molvar. So if I ever have any questions about what's going on the trail, I can consult them while out here. And those are good books to have and very enjoyable reading as well. Trailhead in sight now. I can see cars down below there on the road, and we dropped about 3,500 feet in elevation. Did that in about 2 hours and 25 minutes. Came from above 6,000 feet down here to about 2,500 feet, I think it is, in the parking lot. So it has been a great day. Didn't have any sign of cramping or anything, as we kept hydrated the whole entire trip. So it's been a successful one. I'm glad you came along for the hike. And until next time, my friends, so long.